views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
This show's audio was via a Skype call.
Welcome to the Mary Jane Mack Show with holistic intuitive wellness expert Mary Jane Mack. Her vast knowledge coupled with her innate intuitive abilities have made her a much sought after holistic intuitive recognized as a leader on the cutting edge of holistic healthcare and the creator of TAPS, the Accelerated Performance System. Tune in to learn how your body has all of the answers and discover the power to transform physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Let your body become vibrantly healthy on every level. Call in during the show at 800-930-2819 to connect with Mary Jane directly and find out what thousands of clients from across the country with every physical issue imaginable have discovered. Now here's your host, Mary Jane Mack.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning to the Mary Jane Mack Show. We're here with Benny.
Hi.
Always happy to see Benny.
Yeah, good to see you too. And
it's our favorite.
Miss Mary Jane.
And we're here with Mary Jane. For those of you who are new to the show, Mary Jane is a holistic intuitive. She has an office in Issaquah, Washington, and she does the TAPS system, the Accelerated Performance System. It's a form of muscle testing your body to find out what your deficiencies are. She then recommends a whole food nutrition product, which gets into the body, repairs it, supports it, and brings your body back into balance. You do not have to live in the beautiful Pacific Northwest in order to see Mary Jane. She has clients all over the United States. And not only does she do people, but she does pets. Cats, dogs, horses, I would say, is probably the majority. She's done a few odd pets. She's done some goats, and I don't know, did you do llamas?
Oh, I did that. Llamas were the hardest to do.
Yeah.
They won't take the.
They weren't in pajamas, were they?
Yeah, llamas in
There's
pajamas.
There's
They
a book
just
called
spit
Llamas
it
in
out.
Pajamas.
They just
there-
spit it
Yeah,
out.
there's a kid's book called Llama in
I did do a
Pajamas. That's why I
couple
said it.
Oh, that's cute.
It's pretty cute.
So anyway, if you have a question for Mary Jane, she will be taking your calls this morning. Give us a call at 1-800-930-2819. And today we're talking about how your health affects your personal growth and development. So Mary Jane, what is health? Must be something more than just feeling good.
Exactly. Health is a state of complete mental, spiritual, physical, nutritional well-being, and not just merely when you have to have all those things to really rule out disease and instability in your life. But when you feel good and your body vibration is the highest it could be, then you're able to do and create what you want in your life and able to draw that in. If your vibration is low, if you're not healthy and you're stuck in what you've been diagnosed, we'll talk about that a little bit later, but when you're stuck in your stuff.
With your labels.
Yeah, you're with your labels, then you're just going around in the circle and you can't get beyond that. And then you're not living to your full potential of who you were meant to be. And sometimes we don't think we deserve to have a good life, and we deserve to be healthy, and we deserve to bring the good things. Sometimes we've been brought up, and some parents don't let you dream or don't let you. They say, "Oh, you can't have that. You'll never have that. You can't be that." We have no money. That's the big thing. We don't have enough money. And you believe all those things, so then you get into a frequency that you don't believe you deserve more or that you can even do more.
Attain more.
So, yeah, families can do a number on you through the years.
Well, suppressing you and, like you said, suppressing your dreams and not letting you be able to choose what you'd like to do.
instead, even though that you can't, my big thing is whenever I hear people say, well, my daughter doesn't have money, and I don't have enough money to help, or anything not about lack, it's you have to stop saying that, because the more you say that, the more you attract that into your life. So whether you have abundance or not, you have to live your life like you do have abundance, so you can attract it into your life, and then the door is open for it to flow. But if you keep reaffirming you don't have it, then that goes in deeper in your subconscious, and then you totally believe it, and that's what you will have. Nothing. How's it working for you?
Yeah,
How's it working for you?
Keeps you stuck. So not only is it about money, it's about happiness. It could be about love. It could be about your health, being stuck with your label of disease.
And your stuff. I mean, everybody's, you talk to people, and people are sometimes so stuck in their little, I don't like my job. I don't make enough money. I don't have any friends. I don't have a boyfriend. And that's what they're talking about all the time. So when you're programming, your mind is a computer. So you're programming all the things that you don't have, and it continues to work really well for you.
Well, and we've talked about this before. We always focus on what we don't have or how unhappy we are, instead of focusing on what we do have, what we are thankful for. Sometimes it's a lot easier to get stuck in that lack.
Yeah, because it's a habit. It's just habit. And another thing is, people, if you're around a group of people and they listen to that all the time and don't say, hey, snap out of it, or pay attention to what you're saying, or you may be with people that are in the same frequency, which is really bad, because then you're all talking about the same thing to each other. And it's not good.
No, so it goes back to your I am statements. You just have to find what I try to do. Find one thing in your day that makes you happy. One thing that you're grateful for.
Exactly. Your gratitude.
Yeah. So you do like a little gratitude journal. So I have one. You have to pick out 3 things that you're grateful for in each day, and you can't repeat it either. So,
and at first it actually can be hard to do.
It's very hard to get started
because you don't realize all the things in your life that you're really grateful for, and you've got these blinders on, and it's pretty limited. And it's like the I am statements. I remember the first time I was at a big seminar and a meeting, and they said to write down 20 I am statements. Well, I got to about 5, and I got stuck. And it was amazing how you limit yourself about who you think you are. And then after that, it was writing 100 I am statements. But once you start flowing, you start writing it, then things will start to flow, and then it's easier and easier. And even if you have to look up other people's I am statements to help you, that's okay.
It gets you started.
Gets you started and really gets you thinking, and changes the way you feel about yourself. That you're much more than 2 or 3 things, like I am happy, or I am, and they should all be very positive I am statements, not like I am grumpy.
I am miserable.
Yeah.
I am broke. I am.
Yeah. So, and when you write it down, anytime you're writing it down, you're putting it out of your brain onto the paper, so it changes the way you think about it. It's the same thing when you have negative thoughts or something that's an issue going on with you, or with a relationship, or with a family member. It's best to write them a letter. Then you tell them everything you want, and it could be all the worst, exactly how you feel. You put it all down. And then every day you add to it for 3 days, and the 4th day you burn it. Because then by getting it on paper, now it's not going around in your head, and you keep, it's like a tape. You keep playing the same tape. But when you write it down, you take that energy off of it, and it changes the way you feel about it. It takes you to a different level.
Yeah, it's about letting it go. And
That's the whole journey.
letting it go. I saw a sign. I wish I could remember it. On the way into the studio today, patience is the hardest part about hope. Something to that. So you have to be patient for that hopeful outcome. And it's true.
And you have to turn it over. You have
Yeah.
to turn it over and that means letting it go. And it's a process. It's not easy all the time, but it's a process. And people will come in and say, "Oh, it's hard. That's really hard." And I correct that because when you say that, then you're reaffirming that you really can't do it. So you have to change your terminology and how you look at those things and think about it as a process. And it's one step at a time. And you may not be perfect with it, or you may not even be really good at it. But the idea is that you're looking at where you're going, and the more you take little steps in letting go, pretty soon it gets less and less energy in your brain.
Well, and it's letting it go and knowing that the universe has a bigger plan, which is definitely better than what you're in right now.
Bingo. That's what it's all about.
So it's kind of like you have to trust, you have to believe,
Have
and
faith.
be patient.
Yes.
Be patient.
Yes. And that, we think we're in control all the time.
We're in control
And,
of
even
nothing.
though we think it shouldn't be that way, it should be different. Well, it's not up to us. It's the bigger plan. And the more we could accept that and sit back and watch it unfold, then that's a winning attitude.
There we go. Time for us to take a short break. You're listening to the Mary Jane Mack Show on Transformation Talk Radio. We'll catch you on the other side.
A space of allowing radio with Coach Nancy Coco, welcoming all that wants to be present today. Tune in Thursdays every first and third week at 9 a.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com as Coach Nancy helps you find a space of allowing. Join Coach Nancy to explore what lives at your edges and to bring more of yourself home. For more information, visit NancyCocoCoaching.com.
Healing has a ripple effect. One person's healing affects everyone around them. This is where the power of sharing our stories can be so important. Tune in to Playing on the Edge Radio with Megan Edge each month on Transformation Talk Radio, as Megan provides you with ways of sustaining radical and powerful changes in your life. Enact the power of radical change. To find out more about Megan Edge, visit her website at meganedge.ca.
Love Living Radio Ignite Your Whole Being with Emily Perkins is a show for those looking to explore the sparkling magnificence of their inner selves. Tune in every second and fourth Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific as Emily sheds a radiant light of love on the beauty and power that resides within you. Discussing love in all its forms through conversations that provoke awareness, curiosity, and expansion, Emily shares the unlimited power of love. For more information or to listen to this show, visit lovelivingholistics.com.
Conscious Confidence Radio, a timeless wisdom with Sarah Main. Tune in each month on Transformation Talk Radio and join Sarah on an adventurous journey to the deeper level of meaning to move beyond today's world of constant change, confusion, and uncertainty beyond the shadow of fear. This hit show explores key concepts such as confidence, values, and attitude in a dynamic way. To learn more about Sarah and her work, visit sarahmain.com.
How would you like increased health and vitality? How would you like to avoid the onset of disease as well as slow the aging process? This is all possible through a simple, safe, and natural process. Every day, we are either moving toward wellness or away from wellness.
Hi, I'm Mary Jane Mack. I'd like to be your partner in achieving optimal health. Contact me now at maryjanemack.com or call 425-392-0659. Visit maryjanemack.com.
What is holding you back from living the life you are meant to live? Why is it vital to believe in something bigger than yourself? Are you in physical or emotional pain? Tune in monthly to Vibrant Purposeful Living. Awaken the vibrant life within you with Lou Paradise and Dr. Pat on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Lou's passion is to help everyone experience positive solutions for life. Find out more about Lou with Vibrant Purposeful Living at LouParadise.com.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Mary Jane Mack Show on Transformation Talk Radio. If you have a question for Mary Jane, give us a call, 1-800-930-2819. She can take any of your questions. You have a health problem that you're not getting an answer to? Do you have a little one who's always sick, runny nose? How about a pet constantly itching? Mary Jane has the answers.
Well, in
Or
addition
about
to
a job.
or in addition to our, we have quite a bit of smoke in the Pacific Northwest area, so maybe some suggestions on
Yeah, the air
reducing
quality.
that, because I do know there's a DIY that I saw. It's you take your standard box fan, and then you can get one of the filters from your average box store, like Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever your home and garden improvement centers, and just put it on the front of it, and so then that'll bring in or push out, whichever you have, the bad air.
Right.
So something pretty simple that way. Yep.
Yep, very good. Oh,
and I say to people, put your box fan so it's pulling the air out of the house outside when it's really bad. And if you put the filter on it, that
at night you can bring it in.
Yep, exactly.
You can bring it in. Yeah.
But no, I was in Kent the other day, and I got out of the car, and my eyes were like burning, watering. I made it look like I was in tears. I mean, water is just pouring out of my eyes. It was all the smoke. I mean, it wasn't as bad when I got home, but I couldn't believe how bad it was just walking from the parking lot into the store, how miserable I was.
Well, all my clients have been really bad this week and needed nutrition to pull the toxins out. Because what will happen is when you're breathing in those toxins, the next thing it affects is your lungs. And your lungs go down. You have difficult breathing. So you got to watch your little kids. You shouldn't be letting your little kids play outside in this, because it's. Yesterday there was a news flash that the air quality was the same as India and China. It's hard to believe, but that's what.
That was the headline in this paper this morning. Seattle's air quality is as bad as Beijing.
Yeah. So that's.
Well, you got to think about your pets, too. Don't be leaving your dogs out in the backyard for long periods of time.
No, because when they're rolling in the grass and rolling outside, remember that smoke settles.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to do for your horses and your other animals that you can't bring in, but make sure you take
But
care
you're aware that if they have some breathing issues or some difficulty, you may talk to the vet. There's other products that they can take to pull out the toxins.
Yeah, so remember, if it's affecting you, it's affecting everyone around you, your kids, your spouse, your
And you wouldn't want to work your horses very hard outside, because that then when they're breathing heavy, they're going to breathe in more, and that's going to make them worse. Same with the dogs.
Yeah,
to have them run around, it's pretty invasive and can cause a lot of issues, especially if in older people or if you already have a breathing issue.
Yeah, craziness. So something to be aware of. I didn't think it was bothering me until, like I said, I got out of the car and my eyes, it was just awful. So, okay, how your health affects your personal growth and development.
So are you stuck in your stuff? That's meaning, are you stuck in, have you been diagnosed with a medical condition? and that could be like fibromyalgia, any type of. Some of the stories I have people come in with. I had a client go to the doctor, and she was having trouble breathing, and she went to 4 urgent cares, and each urgent care diagnosed her with something different. It was COPD, emphysema, and there were 2 other conditions they thought she had. And then she came in and she said, I really didn't think I had any of them, but they had me
convinced.
Really good. So I don't smoke. I don't have. Anyway, she had a kidney issue, and that was causing her lung issue, and it was really a simple solution. However, she was on the road to some serious. They were sending her to a pulmonary doctor, and she had seen a couple specialists already. And so don't get locked into a label.
I like to say don't own your label.
Right. Like my fibromyalgia or my this, then you're owning it. You don't want to do that. And then the other chronic conditions like irritable bowel syndrome or colitis or bladder issues, those are all other types of conditions that people get locked into that can easily be changed. It's not always what it appears to be.
Yeah, we've talked about that a gazillion times. People come in with their long laundry list of all their issues and symptoms, and it's one thing or 2 things.
And like with irritable bowel, those people are sometimes can be so sick and in so much pain that it limits them again. The whole idea of when people are in this situation, it limits them and they can't move on to do anything else.
Can't move forward.
Nancy's going to give you the phone number again.
1-800-930-2819. Mary Jane's here to answer your calls.
So the other thing is panic attacks and anxiety. Today, so many people have panic attacks and anxiety, from young people to older people. And the most common cause of that I see is a heart that's in low energy, like either from an emotional hit, some stress, especially young people. They're under so much stress in school and in just working.
Relationships.
I mean, see that all the time, these poor young people and how bad they are with the anxiety and panic, how much it limits them. So, again, when we do the muscle testing, or I do the muscle testing, and identify what the cause is, it's easy to change it. Instead of being, people go on for years with those issues.
Well, you have predictable results.
All the time. And the reason we have predictable results is I use Biotics Research Nutrition, and in those bottles, they have it's a top-of-the-line company. Their lab has the highest standard, and it's the same quality control as, say, a drug company, which actually their standards have to be very high. Unlike a comparison would be the big drug company's quality control versus to a generic company. The quality control is totally different. And that's why when you get a prescription and it's the original pill or company, and then you get it replaced with a generic, it's not always the same, and you don't always have the same results. For example, with blood pressure pills, you can be doing really stable on one, and then you get a different generic, and your blood pressure could be bouncing around because there's no 2 pills in that bottle that's the same.
I never understood that. You get prescribed a drug, but then when you go to the pharmacy, they want to give you a generic, and they don't want to give you the real drug because the real drug's too expensive.
It's insurance. It's an insurance.
Yeah. So what's the point? What is the point?
Well, it's people have to really be aware of that because it's a major issue. With people could do well with one thing and then not well with the other, and it's just like using products, the nutrition products. Biotics products are top of the line. When they get their ingredients in, if they don't reach all their standard, they go to the next company. And then that company does the same thing. If they don't meet, they take what they want or keep passing it down. By the time it gets to a supplement house, a vitamin house, it's the lowest standard there is. There's not much left. So the difference is, like with biotics,
each pill has
almost
identical.
It's almost identical. That's why we have predictable results. Because when you take the formula that I recommend for you and you take that every day, I know that in a certain time you're going to be better.
Well, and everybody is different. So that's what you're able to do. You're able to tell, like, I'm different from what Benny might need.
Yeah, exactly.
So you get exactly the right amount instead of just going to the local grocery store or...
Right, and that's why when people do, they go get supplements, they're really just trying to do the best they can.
And they're guessing.
But they don't have the results. They get a false sense of what's happening because they think it says so many milligrams on there, and they think they're getting the right thing. They're doing all their research. However, they're not really a pure quality product. They can clog up your liver. You never know what you're getting.
Well,
so when you're getting biotics with that, and that's why I use those products, it's like predictable, they're the best, and you just couldn't do any better than that.
Well, you get the right product, you get the right holistic intuitive who tells you what you need, and it's a combination. So it's not just about getting biotics products and taking them.
Right, it's knowing how to use them.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's a big part of what I do too, why it's important when people come in to see me and I put them on a program, you really have to be monitored. I mean, if I just said over the air, go take this and that wouldn't work because then you're under, you don't know what to expect. You don't know what to do.
Well, some people may feel worse before they feel better. Some people may just feel increasingly better over time. So, everybody's different. And so when Mary Jane tests your body, recommends the protocol, she wants to keep an eye on you to make sure everything's working and functioning so you can be the best you can be.
Right. It's not a let's just try this and see how it works. When I do your program, I know it's going to work. It's a given. That's how, when you follow the body, it's your body that has the answers that's giving us the information.
All right. If you have a question for Mary Jane, give us a call at 1-800-930-2819. Time for us to take a short break. You're listening to the Mary Jane Mack Show on Transformation Talk.
Tune in to Synergenetic Living Radio, where Rick and Grace Paris discuss the synergenetic way of life, what it means to truly change your perspective in life, what it means to take control of your life and manifest your true desires. For more information on Rick and Grace Paris and Synergenetic Living, check out synergeticliving.com. Get clear on the life you desire and the current life you are creating and what is between the two. Synergenetic Living, living life loud.
Stay juicy. Tune in to Your Juicy Love with me, Una Drake, co-hosting monthly with Dr. Pat, and every second Monday at 12 p.m. on Transformation Talk Radio. My show, Your Juicy Love, helps you find the dynamic, life-affirming love you've always wanted. Transform your relationships and bring peace, joy, and juicy, juicy love to planet Earth. For more information, visit unadrake.com.
Demystifying the Journey on From Here to There Radio with your host, Diane Garris. Tune in every third Wednesday, 4 p.m. Pacific Time on TransformationTalkRadio.com as Diane helps you get from where you are now to the life you envision. Get ready to get unstuck and move forward. Every show features a new special segment, New Age Notes, demystifying hot metaphysical topics of the day. For more information or to work with Diane, visit DianeGarris.com.
Have you ever heard of the 90-10 rule? It goes like this. 90% of the time, no one is thinking of you. 90% of the time, everyone's thinking about themselves. And if you think of it like that, it takes the weight off because now you're not being judged. I'm Megan Edge. I'd love for you to join me on Playing on the Edge Radio, Radical Change with Ease, with my co-host Dr. Pat on Transformation Radio FM.
A word of caution. If you prefer the status quo and you are not interested in improving every aspect of your life, this book will trigger the shift out of you. The Truth is Funny, Shift Happens is available now. Author Colette Steffen brings the powerful knowledge and life-changing energy and empowerment from the radio airwaves to the pages of her new book. To get your copy in paperback or ebook, visit thetruthisfunny.com today.
Practice living in wholeness and achieve fulfillment in your life with your body in full service to you. Sign up for the Body Tune-Up. 6 online classes designed for radical self-healing and self-regeneration. Go to CorneliaStephanie.com. Evolve. Become a practitioner now.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Mary Jane Mack Show on Transformation Talk Radio. Thank you, Benny, for playing the King.
King.
Always puts me in a good mood. Who doesn't love Elvis Presley? Jeez, I'm telling ya. It's great music. It's happy
Nancy.
music. It's from my childhood. Grandparents used to like Elvis, so it's kind of embedded in me. Love Elvis. Okay, it's enough about him. Back to the show. Mary Jane's here to take your questions. Take advantage, I say. Give us a call at 1-800-930-2819. We're talking about how your health affects your personal growth and development. So it's not about your health. It's not about your physical health. It's about your physical health, your emotional well-being, your spiritual,
your mental,
structural. It's the whole package. It's the whole package.
I'll give you an example of, I have a client who, I might have talked about them last time, who went to the doctor and was really, had some feet, his feet bothered him, but he had soaked them in a solution that kind of really burnt his feet, so he wound up having a problem with them. And this was before I knew him. And then finally, when he went to a doctor, the doctor diagnosed him with diabetes, neuropathy, wanted to put him on medication, wanted to put him on statin drugs, just the whole thing. Well, this person did not believe in any of those things and refused all those treatments. And he went home and he just decided to clean up his act. And his wife was actually a client of mine, and I had recommended the ketogenic diet to her. And so she had brought that up to her husband, and he started following that and started doing all the right things. And in a very short time, his blood pressure dropped. He lost 20 pounds very quickly. He's lost 40-some now. And after he started that, then he made an appointment and came in to see me. And he actually had a gallbladder issue and a bile duct issue. He was a 2 out of a 10, so he was pretty stuck.
So did that affect his feet?
Well, if your gallbladder's a 2 and your bile duct's a 2, then everything's a 2, which means your pancreas is a 2, and that's what regulates the blood sugar. So now everything's totally out of balance. The guy was overweight. He wasn't eating properly, and now he had started. So by the time he came into me, he was doing a lot of the right things. And when I checked his blood pressure, it was totally normal. And he was still following the ketogenic diet, and I put him on a program to help clear out the main cause of what was going on with him at the time. And he was ready to sell his house because he felt he could no longer maintain it. And his job, he was on his feet all the time. He could only be on his feet an hour at a time. So now he's thinking he's got to retire. And he was pretty bummed out about the rest of his life, what it was going to look like. And so when he came in and I put him on the program, in 1 week, he was able to be on his feet for 2.5 hours. That's a big change. He had neuropathy in his feet. His feet hurt. He said he couldn't put like the sheet on his feet at night. They were so bad. So then after the second week, it was another hour that he could work. And then it was 4 weeks. He was going 6 hours. So, and he even went a little bit longer than 6 hours. But the beauty part is he's walking better. Feet don't bother him like they did. The neuropathy's going away.
He's
blood
losing
sugar-
weight.
He's lost 42 pounds. So he's well on his way to recovery instead of being, but he made the choice to make the changes to do all the right things. And he stuck with it. And it's changed his life. It's not going to be long, and he'll be totally back to normal. I could not touch his feet before, and sometimes I do work on people's feet. And yesterday I could work on his feet for the first time, and that made a big improvement because his feet were like blocks because they were so stiff and there was no mobility in them. And after I worked on him a little bit, just a little bit, he was much, much better. So it's you see, you could have these conditions, and the doctors could tell you all the worst things because he saw several specialists, and it was all bad news. And he just decided to do the right thing and turned it around in
a short time.
Yeah, it's within 2 months, the whole program that he's done. I mean, by himself and then with me. Yeah.
He did not own his label. Well, and so there are some physicians out there that don't have the answer. It's all very clinical, and they go on what they've learned, not knowing that there is something bigger and possibly better out there. Although there are a lot of physicians that do believe in what you do, medical doctors.
Yeah.
So you just have to trust and do what's right for you.
So just don't get, and then since then I've had other relatives of this person come in with the same issue. And in just a couple of weeks, it's dramatic difference. Blood sugar's down. So, if when you get serious and you really want to change what you do, you don't have to own it. You change your life and you begin to live and experience joy in your life. And you have energy. You have hope to be able to do everything you want to do.
Feel
so
better.
It's fun. It's exciting.
And the ketogenic is all protein?
It's protein and low carb. And
good fat.
information is all over the internet. You can get the food list. It's pretty easy to follow. It's high fat, more fat, and you're not hungry on it. You feel good, and so it works for a lot of people.
So
the paleo is great, but the keto, if you want to get serious and get those numbers dropped pretty quick, the keto is the way to go.
So is that high fat? So it's avocados,
butter, oils, MCT oil, meat, things that have fat in them. It's not about, getting low fat. Low fat doesn't work. If you want to lose weight, you need fat.
Yeah, because low fat's just full of chemicals.
Yeah. And it's better to have like grass-fed butter anytime you're going to eat the meat. Anytime you can get grass-fed or chicken, definitely antibiotic hormone free.
Same with your
Has
eggs.
to be. Yeah, same with the eggs.
So,
yeah.
No sugar though, right?
No sugar. But when you're eating the fat, see, that's the key to not being hungry, and you feel good. So, and like I said, it's an easy program, and the weight falls off you.
Yeah, you're not going to be gaining weight. I love having avocados for like a meal.
Exactly.
So
you could have avocados on anything. I mean, just
so avocados, good fat. You won't gain weight from it.
So when this person could have gone down the road of being on several drugs and medication and still not getting well. And yet he knew, because of his upbringing, here's was the good thing. The way he was brought up, his mother didn't believe in medicines or drugs. And he went with that. And so he made his own choice, and in 2 months, he's a different person.
It just shows how powerful we really are. If you set your mind to something and tap into your personal power, you can change things and bring the things you want into your life, as long as you get out of your own way.
Right, because those things, the big thing is they make you depressed. You're tired, you're depressed, you feel you have no hope, and so you get in that. And then there's people that get in that other road and don't do anything that they should, like a good food program, eating the right things, just cleaning up their environment and cleaning up what they're doing, so they don't have to go on more drugs. Because if they don't do that, those are the people that, when they go back to the doctor, things aren't right, so they increase the medication and they add more. If they're increasing your medication, you are nutritionally out of balance. That because your body doesn't function properly, so now they have to give you more drugs just to get you to where they want you to be. You're not going to be any better, but the drugs are keep your numbers right.
Yeah, according to the medical world.
Right.
And again, not dissing on the medical world. There's a lot of good medical professionals out there who are very good, but it's not about taking a drug. I mean, I've talked about this numerous times. When you listen to those drug commercials on TV, you spend the first 20 seconds telling you what it's going to fix, and then the next 45 seconds telling you all the harm it can do to you.
Right. It's like
it's a vicious cycle. I mean,
and you talk to people, and some people are on 12, 14, 15 drugs, and they feel terrible. And do they ever think that it could be the drugs?
That's causing all the problems.
Yeah, same with the doctors. You know, you've got a doctor for every ailment you've got. So now you've got 6 doctors, and they're all prescribing different drugs.
And nobody's talking about interactions with each other.
So if you're not on top of it, believe me, nobody will be.
You have to be your own advocate. So that it goes back to the changing your self-talk again.
Well, it's about creating the life that you want. So what is it that you really want? What is it, if you could dream the dream and have anything you wanted in your life, what would that look like? And think that it doesn't matter, money doesn't matter, nothing matters but building the dream. And so you could see the possibilities of what you could have.
I would like to be on a private yacht for 2 weeks in the Greek islands. That's my next goal.
Well, your mind is powerful, and I'm sure you've heard stories about people and athletes, they create what they want, and they never think of not having it or not winning, and because if they did that, they wouldn't win. They wouldn't be there.
Olympic athletes.
Yeah.
All right. Time for us to take a short break. You're listening to the Mary Jane Mack Show on Transformation Talk Radio. We'll catch you on the other side.
Could you swim with sharks? Is fear holding you back from living your life? The time is now to jump in and be courageous. Shelly Ryan has created a retreat to help you move past your fears with confidence. Join her June 30th through July 7th in Mexico. Have some fun, relax. Plus, you'll have the opportunity to be courageous with a whale and shark adventure. For more information, visit yournextchaptercoaching.com.
High-frequency healing for an amazing life with Source Light Radio. Join host Laura Barton each month on Transformation Talk Radio as she explores Source Light integration, a unique spectrum of energy, light, and frequency. Experience instantaneous healing and amazing shifts in consciousness, with Source Light Integrations Radio. For more information on Laura and her work, visit sourcelightintegrations.com.
Wow. Hey, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. This is Talk Radio to Thrive By. I'm telling you, I got to pinch myself some days because when each of us gets called to do something that we so not thought was in our wheelhouse to do for a purpose that's so much greater than us, we get to show up and shine.
If you would like to show up and shine on the Dr. Pat Show as a co-host or sponsor, send us an email to inspire@thedrpatshow.com.
Tune in to Lucid Planet Radio with Dr. Kelly Neff. This hit show will illuminate your senses and empower you beyond your daily stressors and hardships. Renowned psychologist and author Dr. Kelly will captivate you with far-reaching topics and amazing guests as you wake to the greatest version of yourself. Learn to tap into your intuitions, think critically about our world, heal emotional and psychological wounds, and follow your passions to live your dreams. The Lucid Planet. Welcome home. Visit lucidplanetradio.com for more information.
What is a brilliant culture, and how do we create them? Why are they important? Claudette Rowley has created a breakthrough 5-step process to help you align your culture with your business strategy for exceptional results. Looking for a culture that drives organizational excellence? Listen to Cultural Brilliance Radio, the second and fourth Friday of each month at 10 a.m. Pacific and 1 p.m. Eastern on Transformation Talk Radio. To learn more or work with Claudette, visit culturalbrilliance.com.
Ignite your inner magic on Grow Your Soul Radio with Jane Matanga. Tune in each month on Transformation Talk Radio as host Jane Matanga explores how to overcome your fears to help you gain the inspiration you need to awaken your path to joy. Learn the way to life mastery and the enlightened path with Grow Your Soul Radio. For more information on Jane Matanga and her work, visit enlightened-path.com.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Mary Jane Mack Show on Transformation Talk Radio. If you have a question for Mary Jane, give us a call at 1-800-930-2819. And we're talking about how your health affects your personal growth and development. So when we left, we were talking about how athletes focus on what they want, about winning.
Changing your self-talk.
Changing that self-talk. They're not saying, yeah, I sure hope I can do good on the beam when I go.
Oh, it's about, do you deserve a great life, and what is your ability to draw it to you? So it's about writing things down. Start journaling, or at least start writing what you want in your life. It's just like a relationship. When you want somebody in your life, you have to write all the qualities that you want down and be very clear. If you're not clear, you're going to draw that into you, and it may not be what you want. So that's why you look at it and you redo it, and you make it as, and every experience you have, if you learn something different, you keep changing it.
You write down, you do your journaling like you already have it. You're already there. You already have your $8 gazillion. You're already happy
and with abundance. Don't limit yourself. Don't necessarily put down a number that you may be thinking small, and you don't want to do that. You want to think big. So think abundance, a big number.
And abundance is not only financial, but it's happiness, it's joy, it's gratefulness, it's love. I mean, so abundance is a big.
Exactly.
It's a big word that has a lot of different meanings to it.
And these principles apply to each and every one of you. And it starts with being healthy and a healthy lifestyle. Because if you're not healthy and don't have a healthy lifestyle, you're in a low energy vibration. And when you're in a low energy vibration, you don't attract things in your life. Now you're like a vampire. You're stealing other people's energy.
Oh, yeah, we've talked about that before, too. How you're happy, you're getting on a plane, you're going on vacation, you're super excited, you're feeling great, and all of a sudden, 2 minutes into the trip, you find yourself drooling all over yourself. And the person next to you, when you were so excited, is like sleeping and all over you. Well, they just sucked all your
energy. It happens all the time.
Sucked all your energy, and now you're the person drooling, and they're the one that's like,
Exactly.
woohoo.
So if you're struggling with your health issues and stuck in your stuff and are ready to do a change, just give our office a call. It's not as complicated as you think, and you must be ready to change. You can't be kind of wishy-washy, or it doesn't really work for the full experience. So when you're ready to change and step into a new vibration of great energy, better health, and a joyful life, we're there for you. I'm there to be your coach, and Ron is also there to answer your questions. And life wasn't meant to be a struggle. It's all about lessons and how fast we get those lessons. And those lessons never stop. So it's an ongoing thing. So try and get things a little faster so you can get through them. It's like car accidents. When you keep having a car accident, one after the other, what is it that you're not getting? The universe is nudging you, saying, come on, get it. So instead of thinking you're a victim, look at what it's really about.
What are you ignoring, or what are you not paying attention to that needs your focus and help? Mary Jane's office number is 888-777-4232. That's 888-777-4232. And I have to say, she's a great coach. Even though she is my mom, I believe in everything she's done. So you can't find a better coach. And she'll come home and tell us about the miracles she's performing, or
I tell you
not
stories.
Stories. Well, the clients will come in and tell their miracle stories, and she'll come home, no names, and she'll, relay those.
I'll be
stories.
beaming. Yeah,
she's beaming, and I'm like, hey, I'm ready for a couple miracles myself here. I'm waiting for my miracle.
So every physical symptom has an emotional memory, and this can totally affect your entire well-being. So we work on those things in the office, but I highly recommend another way to work on your emotional memory and release it and be comfortable in your body and change the direction that you're going is the Feldenkrais method. We've talked about that before.
Oh, that's Dr. Haller.
Dr. Jeff Haller here in Bellevue, InsideMoves.org. If you want to make permanent changes and do it fairly quickly, when you come to our office, we get a lot going there. And then if you need I would suggest Jeff Haller to everyone, because no matter who you are, he can help change your life in many ways, whether it's performing sports, being a better parent, dealing with life, changing your old stuck memories, and it's just by the Feldenkrais method. So I would say look it up online. There's a lot of information on Jeff's
website.
Yeah. So
yeah, everybody should go see Dr. Haller.
Well, it's if you want to really get well quickly. It's like, you could go to counseling for years and you'll be the same. It can go on and on and on. When you do the Feldenkrais method and see Jeff, then you're working through those things at a much faster rate and changing who you are, so you could be comfortable in your body and be the best you can be.
Oh, it's kind of like you had your little incident at the ranch.
Yes.
And pretty much crippled, but then she came home. She saw Dr. Haller, and she crawled to the car, and she walked through the door. So
I was dramatically better after. I was in pretty sad shape, and I was dramatically better after 3 sessions. I mean, dramatically.
You were better.
I had Feldenkrais before. I mean, at another time. I hadn't seen Jeff in a while, But after that time, I rode better than I've ever ridden and felt better than I ever ridden. You float. You don't drag your body around anymore. Now you're living, you're light, you feel comfortable. It's a whole different feeling, and that's along with your body being nutritionally sound, and that combination, it's pretty amazing.
Oh, it keeps you level. My big thing is usually there's people who used to drive me crazy when they drive. Drive the speed limit. I want you to drive the speed limit. That's all I'm asking. However, after seeing Dr. Haller, it's kind of like, you know what? I can't do anything about it. I'm just going to stay chill, and I'm going to get there when I get there. So it's just it's a way of.
And if you've had accidents and issues that you can't get over, phobias or things like that, that's another area he helps you with. Yeah. So anyway, give our office a call. Nancy will give your number. We're happy to be there for you and be your coach and guide you in the direction you need to be.
Mary Jane's office number is 888-777-4232, and Rhonda's there. So anything else, Mary Jane?
Just think about being what it would look like if you could be the best you could be. What would that feel like? Kind of get that into your, just start thinking about it and get that crystal clear picture so you could get it into your nervous system and get excited. And again, it's not that complicated.
All right. I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the Mary Jane Mack Show on Transformation Talk Radio. We hope you have a great day, and we will catch you here next month.
You've been listening to the Mary Jane Mack Show with holistic, intuitive wellness expert Mary Jane Mack. Tune in every month and peel your layers like an onion into the healthier you. Learn with Mary Jane Mack how to achieve wellness rather than curing disease. Mary Jane has a remarkable ability to intuitively identify what's going on in the body, what it needs to be well, and how to make that change. She's also worked with thousands of clients and their pets from across the country with every physical illness imaginable. Make an appointment with her now by visiting MaryJaneMack.com or call 888-777-4232, 888-777-4232.